Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to WFSO Wrestling Talk. Yeah, today, normally we'll do the interviews like on Monday and Thursdays, and like show the repeats of it Monday through Friday. But there was things that was going on my end. Which we'll see if it becomes positive sooner than later, but we'll see. But without further ado, we're gonna talk to an indie wrestler named Malice. I may have said it wrong, but I think he's gonna correct me. So let me bring him in, and we're gonna get started. So let's see if I can get his name right and see if he. There we go. So just wait for his mic to come on, and we can get started. Hey,
How's it going?
all good, and yourself?
Not too bad. I appreciate you having me on your show.
Oh yeah, no problem. What is your wrestling name one more time? So just to make sure if I got it right.
Malice.
Malice. Okay, so okay, I did got it right the first time. So like how long you been wrestling?
I have been in the business for 8 years, wrestling itself for about seven.
Oh, okay. And what like got you inspired to like you that you want to be a wrestler?
Well, it was my uncle. He was a local manager. He worked at our local coliseum here in Evansville, Indiana. Worked with the likes of T-Boat Baxton, which is a local guy. Um, He's also worked with Rock and Roll Express and in the ring with them, against them. Uh, so growing up with him in the wrestling business, I've always been a fan and watching him enjoy what he liked doing. So it just got me into it.
That's cool. Since you got into the business, is like just when you decide, at that one point, like when you like, okay, I'm actually gonna do it.
Um, it's always been a dream. And Back in 2018, I finally got the opportunity through a local company here in town. Started off as security and ring crew. Uh, Went from that into being a referee and then into management myself, which I was content doing that. But they found out I had been trained by my uncle to be a wrestler. And uh, after a brief brush up, I got in the ring for the first time, and I've been doing it ever since, and I love every minute of it.
Also, you were saying your uncle had trained you. Was he like around in the independent scene?
Yes, yes. He worked with USWA here locally, as well as Smoky Mountain Wrestling.
Oh, okay. What advice have he gave you for like when he was training you? Like, what was the advice that he gave you?
Uh, be careful, because you're putting your life in someone else's hands, and they're putting their life in yours. Accidents can happen in a freak moment, so be careful.
Right. What did you love compared to refereeing and wrestling? So, is there any difference complete like between the two for you?
Oh yeah, most definitely. The refereeing I enjoyed because I was still part of the show and a part of the story in some fashion. Uh, but getting to get in the face of the heel and back them up, and I'm the authority here. You're going to do what I tell you. The back and forth between them and the fans getting into it, cheering me on as a referee, it was great.
So it's good that you like both of them. So yeah, can't complain from there. What was one of the matches that you were involved in that you was just like oh my god, I can't believe that it happened. Like a very good match. So either as a referee or as a wrestler. So you can talk or either one or both.
As a referee, one of the best matches I had or was involved in was a local guy here by the name of Mike Micus. Um, he's been around the independents for a while, and the back and forth that he gave me because he was a heel at the time, it was just I was so excited. I couldn't keep a smile off my face the entire time, and it was just terrible as a referee to be smiling back at the heel, you
Yeah,
know. But uh, just me trying to get him back in the ring, and the stuff he was saying to me, I was just enjoying it so much. It was one of the best moments as a referee. As a wrestler, uh, just being in the locker room with some of the veterans of the business, like Ricky Morton, Congo Kong. I've been in the locker room with him and got to, chew his ear for a little bit and get his knowledge of the business. Um, Not so much in ring stuff with anybody great or famous, but definitely in the locker room talking to the legends. Tracy Smothers, before he passed away, he was one of the best guys I could talk to in and out of the wrestling business, and he's given me a lot of advice over the years before he passed.
oh wow, that's heavy lineup. So were there any other like legends or anything like that that you would like to like meet or like just to talk to?
To be honest, I would love to talk to Ric Flair, just to sit down, just to get just a nugget of what he's known through the business. Would it would be invaluable. Of course, my personal favorite, big time WWE star, uh, John Cena, as well as Penta. He just came into the WWE, and I've watched him through AWA and Lucha Underground. I would love to get his knowledge.
Yeah, impressive lineup. For the do have you done any like training like other young stars, up and comers? Have you ever trained those guys?
I've worked with some guys over the last year, uh, not one on one, but in a group setting. Just helping them off to the side because I've been a manager, I've been a referee, and a actual wrestler. So uh, the one that I have talked to here recently, and I've tried helping him, and he's helped me too because he's been on AEW and some dark matches and stuff, and that was Mickey Midas. Uh, he's a great guy, young guy, and honestly, I can see him making it in either AEW or WWE in the next couple of years.
That's a name that I should be watching out for. So so what other wrestling companies that you have worked for, either managing a referee or being a wrestler?
Uh, the main companies I worked for was Demolition Pro Wrestling here in Evansville, Indiana. Uh, Wrestlers Helping Others, another local company. Uh, Up in Vincennes, Indiana, I worked for Tri State Wrestling. Over in Illinois, I worked briefly for Strictly Insane Pro Wrestling, Redneck Championship Wrestling. As a referee in Kentucky, back when I had my license down there, I worked for Big B Pro Wrestling. And the one that got me in was New Focus Wrestling here in Evansville, Indiana.
Okay. Were there a moment like when they, either of those companies that's in your area, have like a, big name special guest or something like that?
Yes, New Focused, which is now Refocused Wrestling. They've had Rod Conway.
Okay.
Uh, they've had who else? Tracy Smothers was there. That was the main company he worked with right up until he passed, because he is from the area.
Okay.
Um, let's see, Joey Grunge. Uh, let's see, over in Illinois, Congo Kong and Ricky Morton. That's where I met those gentlemen. Uh, Not really too many other famous people.
That's cool. So you just mentioned something about like Illinois. So you done some work in Illinois?
I've worked in Illinois a couple of shows over the years. Not very many, probably about 20 or 30 in total.
Okay, you know what they were or are, or are they still around?
Oh yeah, Strictly Insane Pro Wrestling. They're over in I think it's Auburn, Illinois, or something like that. And then Redneck Championship Wrestling is over in Illinois as well, and I've worked a couple of times with them.
Oh, okay, because Wisconsin here is like very close to Illinois. And, I need to catch some stuff up there while I'm like down there at one point. But do you have like any children that would like to follow in your footsteps or anything like that, or anybody
Um,
family related, I should say?
my children have talked about interest in the business, but no one's made a definite move yet.
Maybe just waiting on the right time. So I can understand
Right. Oh
that.
yeah. I mean, I was originally trained from 16 to 18. I didn't get into it until 22 years later.
Yeah, it seems like that bound to happen. So at least it shows that it's not too late for anybody to get in it. Like if they still good at it and still like healthy, I should say. They can still do it.
Oh yeah, most definitely. DDP. I looked up to DDP whenever I was watching wrestling before I got into it because he started at 35,
Yeah,
and it was like, man, if that man can do it, then there's no reason I can't.
right, exactly. Were there like any companies you would like to work with in the near future?
Honestly, if there's any company out there that's looking for somebody, I'm always available as long as it works with my actual shoot job schedule, which I'm always available on weekends. Um, but OVW would be like the ultimate dream. Uh, I'll never make it up. I'm old. I'm 46 years old, so I don't. I already know I'm too old to get to WWE. I already know I'm too old to get to AEW. But OVW or Memphis Wrestling, that would be awesome.
Okay. Hopefully they watching this and probably will keep you in mind. But besides saying the age and stuff, where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
Hopefully, still working in the business in some form or fashion, either as a manager again, because I know, as we get older, our bodies get, deteriorated, all the bumps and stuff. But as long as I can stay in the business, I'm here until it's my time to go.
Hmm. Have you ever thought of running your own company?
I have, and that is a potential maybe, hopefully within the next 15 years. Um, just because finances right now aren't where they should be.
Right.
It's hard for everybody, so I
Oh,
get
yes,
it.
it is. It is. Um, I was also going to ask. God, I just had the question in the back of my hand, but I can't even think of it now. But I'll just talk about something else. That so if you can say something like in maybe in 5 words to somebody that would be inspired to like do this, or just a long sentence, like what would you tell that person that's wanting to get into business?
Follow your dream. If it's what you want and you actually have a passion for it, go for it. I've been turned down so many times from bookings. I don't let it get to me because I know there's another show right around the corner.
Right, it's a good thing that a lot of shows are around here more and more as of late, so that's a good thing. But Yeah, I was gonna say. See, I need to start writing. Like, cause I have everything like in my mind, like quick, 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 and sometimes it just happens to me. So if
Comes
a
with age.
exactly. So if somebody like around our age and will be like to be inspired, like to do it anyway, or you say like go ahead and do it or no.
Oh yeah, if you're physically able to, most definitely. Uh, Age is just a number. It's all a mindset. If you know you can do it and you're physically able to do it, yeah, most definitely. Go for it.
Were there any wrestlers that you see right now that you think that are very good that nobody don't even notice, or there are noticed but just not enough to be noticed?
Um, Mike Midas has, like I said earlier, has been on dark matches for AEW, but I'm telling you, that boy, young man, he's one to watch. Because, like I said earlier, I know in the next year or two he'll hit the big time. It, just most definitely one of the greatest performers around here I've seen in a long time.
Okay, was there like anybody else that you see or you think?
Um, well, there's a guy by the name of Canadian Kid here in town, and he doesn't get enough credit for what he does. Uh, he has trained uh, individuals. He has worked with not only myself but other veterans. He's been in the business for, I believe, and I could be mistaken, but if not right at 20 years, maybe a little over 20 years. Uh, he started down at our local Coliseum, and he just doesn't get enough credit for what he does because he's a good performer too. He's helped me a lot over the years.
That's good. Any like championship accomplishments that you have during your career?
Unfortunately, not exactly, but there's a little side to that. One of my first characters was named Dr. Carver. I was a manager and I modeled myself after the Million Dollar Man, Ted DiBiase. I was a rich psychiatrist. So I did go out and purchase my own Dr. Carver championship. That is the only one that I've officially held. Um, and I'm having my daughter hand me the belt because I actually have it here with me.
Oh, okay.
And there it is.
Nice.
That is the Dr. Carver championship. It is unofficial but official. Of course, you got money up print as far as the belt's concerned. It's a leather strap. And yeah, it's one of my favorite belts. Uh, but as far as actually a company handing me a title or giving me that shot, uh, as far as actually holding a strap, no, I haven't. But I don't need a strap to make me a good wrestler.
Yeah, because there are some like wrestlers that never had a title and still did good, like in the Hall of Fame and stuff like that. So
Exactly.
yeah, I can see your point in that. Um, what like when you was managing and stuff, were you like refereeing like any championship matches?
Um, a couple of local tag team championship matches. I think in the year and a half that I was a referee, like two. Uh, but I still had fun.
Yeah, that's a good thing. As long as you enjoy yourself. So yeah, that's always a good thing. So I was gonna say if you ever want to keep on going to like one of those things like either wrestling or ref or when you said you're done like in ring wrestling, like where you still want to be like a manager, referee, or wherever the case may
uh,
be.
As long as my body can still handle it, I would love to be a referee, but I think my best role is being a manager because I love to talk crap to people.
Oh, that's a good one. I hope I didn't repeat this one, but have you represent anyone that you were managing that has won a title?
Uh, yes, a couple of guys that I've managed over the years have won the our local companies, like what is it, tri-state championship and U.S. title.
Okay, pretty good. Since you said your daughter is there, so like, what would you say if you can change your mind, just like there for her to get into wrestling?
I would tell her it's not as hard as it seems, but it can be just as brutal as it actually looks like.
Yeah, yeah, it is. Where like in the beginning of your career, you had to like how people would say like pay dues and stuff like that. Would you have to like put the ring up, tear the ring down, or do like wherever they needed you to do? So for the person
I
that oh,
yeah.
go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, I still help set up the ring. To this day, every time I'm at a show that needs help, I help out. Most definitely.
Oh, okay. So like people that paying their dues and like starting in the beginning, like what would you say to them? Because there's some people that just get like so says it's like I'm not getting used yet, but just don't know their time will be coming. So what would you say to them?
Hang in there. You have to show your dedication before anyone will give you a shot. Because whenever I was with the security and ring crew originally, when I first got into the business, I'd done that for 9 months before they even thought about using me as a referee. I know guys that have been ring crew for a year and a half, and they just started 2 years ago as a manager. So just hang in there, show your dedication, show you're willing to put in the work, and you'll get used.
Yeah, good way to say it. Let's see. Since you said your kids was was in the restaurant, oh, sorry, wrestling, but was there were they inspired by you or were they inspired by someone else?
I hope I inspire my children. But I have my two youngest ones live with me. All my other children are either fully grown or getting ready to be grown this year. So they don't hang around as much. But I hope I inspire my children. If I don't, I'm okay with that as long as they're inspired to do whatever it is their dreams are by whoever can inspire them.
Okay, cool. Where can people find you at if they want to look for you for like wrestling work or just look for your like matches or something in general?
Uh, I'm on Facebook under the biker Malice. Um, let's see, I have a YouTube page where I've put all my wrestling matches over the last almost 7 years, almost 8 years, as well as some of my managing stuff back then. Uh, it's Malice on YouTube. You can just look up that name, or you can look up my actual name. I'm not scared to share that. It's George, and the last name is Yancey, Yancey, and a number two at the end. And you can find me on YouTube that way too.
Okay, one more question. Who came up with the name Malice?
It was a good buddy of mine. I was wanting to switch from the Dr. Carver character into a wrestling role, and sitting down at a show one day in the locker room, and we're trying to come up with names, and I'm not good with coming up with names, uh, but a buddy of mine sat here and he's like, how about Malice? I was like, all right, sounds good. Took it to the promoter. He liked it. So I've been that ever since.
Okay, one more. What does that name means to you?
It means that as the biker Malice, if you get in my way, you're going to get hurt.
That's a good way to end it. I appreciate you being on here, and thank you. Hopefully, we can do this again real soon. Maybe get
Most
like an
definitely.
update or something.
Definitely, definitely. And thank you for your time. And I appreciate you allowing me to be on your show.
Oh yeah, no problem. But I've got a feeling we will do this again soon.
Always here, brother.
All right, thank you very much, and take care.
All right. You as well, bub.
All right, guys, that's the biker Malice, ladies and gentlemen. Like you say, give you his information on where you can find him at and stuff like that. So you get a chance, check him out. Um, but great interview, and we do have another one at it'll be 4:30, I believe, Central Time today. So watch out for that. Um, I think yeah, it's just those two today. Then I think they got like three on Thursday, I believe. So you know that will come up. Um, sorry. Let me fix this a bit. So like I said, I got one more at 4:30, and a lot of crazy things going on with me as of late. So I apologize for got a lot of things coming on in my head, and I'm sorry that I apologize to the people that's live on YouTube that didn't I didn't get the chance to speak. So hi, Power Puff, and hello, Hockey Town 88. I apologize for not responding to you right away, but there's times I just get into the zone, and especially people that's watching through Twitch. Like I apologize for not respond, but if y'all got any questions to some of these guys in the near future, just go ahead and ask, and we will just like go with the flow with it. Like I said, this week, we're gonna announce, the guests that we're gonna have this April. The venue is not yet confirmed yet, but I can at least announce the guest that's gonna be there. So stay tuned for that. For you guys that's watching through Twitch, I appreciate y'all watching. Please keep on follow us because we do a lot of live content as well. So stick to the channel for that. And other things like with like news, with wrestling, Milwaukee Bucks, comic book movie, TV news, and also developments that's going on here in Milwaukee. You get that exclusively here on YouTube. Um, so please, like and subscribe. And we're trying to get to 500 subscribers at least by the end of the month. So that will be very quick. And yeah, this month is really, really going very quick. So yeah, kind of surprising. So anyways, this will be on Spotify, but I think there's a few of them that I forgot to put on Spotify. So look for Wrestling Fans Speak Out on Spotify, and you have this episode and all the other episodes up at that time too. So you get a chance, check these interviews out, and we will try to put more content on Spotify too. So just stay tuned with that. Also check out the website wrestlingfanspeakout.weebly.com. What I'm gonna do with this interview today, I'm gonna put it up on the website right away. Just look for wrestling talk. Yeah, I'm not gonna give it like the 5 o'clock timeline or anything like that. I probably will. No, I'm probably just gonna put it up there right away since I now got a little bit of time for the next interview. So just watch out for that. Also for the website, check out upcoming events in the Midwest. Also, we do pictures we took with wrestlers, pictures we took at Bucks events, some wrestling events that we took like photos with as well. I know I got to promote that more. Um, we trying to get some merch going on as well, so stay tuned for that. And I think that's pretty much it. And we still looking for sponsors for that upcoming event for April 11th. And we like to thank Mike and Robin Thompson for the sponsorship for WFSO. Um, and also like I'm doing the interview with one of the sponsors, Mike Thompson. So that should be up sometime this week on the website as well. So you get a chance, check it out. Um, Trying not to keep you guys here for long, but I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you very much. Until the next video, which will be sometime around, in less than an hour from now. So, stay tuned for that. And we'll be back on here really soon. So till the next video, you guys have a good one and see you later.